Imagine living in a shared house where everyone has to agree on exactly one temperature for the thermostat. One person wants it at 68 degrees, another is shivering at 75, and a third keeps turning it off entirely. It is a recipe for constant friction. Scaling that up to the size of a nation means managing over 1 billion people. They speak dozens of languages, follow different religions, and come from vastly different cultural traditions. Yet they all share one national roof. After winning independence in the late 1940s, India's founders had to design a system where all these groups could live together without the structure collapsing. The solution was this document, the Constitution of India. Enacted in 1950, it serves as the longest and most detailed master blueprint of any nation in the world. It provides the architectural instructions that keep a massive, diverse population functioning as a single country. The first layer of this blueprint is about how the country divides its space and power. It uses a system called federalism. The national government is a shared living room for big issues, while state governments are bedrooms for local decisions. But in a crisis, emergency provisions make the boundaries between states and the center vanish. This allows the central government to temporarily take full charge, protecting the entire structure from a single point of command. This design respects local differences during peacetime, but allows the country to function as one solid block when its survival is threatened. Beyond the physical layout, a shared house needs rules for the people living inside. The Constitution guarantees fundamental rights, personal freedoms like speech and worship, that act like a lock on your door. On the other side are directive principles, a government to-do list to ensure social justice, like feeding the population. These two sets of rules often push against each other. An individual's right to keep their property might clash with a government plan to build a public school. Rather than letting one side win every time, the blueprint requires the government and the courts to find a constant, careful balance between individual freedom and social equality. If the people running the house decide to ignore these rules and take away your rights, the blueprint provides a way to stop them. The Constitution establishes an independent building inspector, the Supreme Court of India. The court uses a power called judicial review. This allows them to test any new law passed by the government against the original requirements of the Constitution. If a new rule violates a citizen's fundamental rights, the court has the authority to strike it down and declare it void. Because rights only have value if they can be enforced, the independent judiciary acts as the necessary safety net for the entire system. A house built in 1950 eventually needs updates. Inside the Parliament House, politicians have the power to amend or remodel parts of the Constitution to keep it modern. But what happens if politicians try to use the remodeling process to give themselves unlimited power? In the 1970s, the government attempted to do exactly that, passing amendments that would prevent the courts from reviewing their actions. To protect the country's core identity, the Supreme Court established a legal limit called the Basic Structure Doctrine. They ruled that features like democracy, equality, and the rule of law form a permanent foundation that can never be erased, no matter the amendments. This created a specific rule. You can remodel the house as much as you want to fit the times, but you cannot dynamite the foundation it stands on. Federalism, rights, and the Supreme Court all interlock to form this cohesive system. While the original 1950 text is a fixed document, its rules act as an active shield for the people it governs. The Indian Constitution remains a foundational blueprint, strong enough to hold 1 billion people together while keeping the nation anchored in freedom.